What's up, everybody? It's me, Doc G, coming at you with Sports Direct. Good to have you guys here. Nice to see everyone here. I see the comments is rolling through. I see how people are interacting and engaging. I appreciate that. Very good. So, just a shout out to everyone there, all my subscribers. You know, we're all part of this family. We're all moving forward. And those coming along for the journey. You know, that's a great opportunity for all of us to engage. Just wanted to also say I had a great time at the Brooklyn Nets game. We were at the Key Blue VIP section. Food was delicious. Time was delicious. Shout out to Izzy. All right, good job. You know, we were having some fun talking, catching up, also enjoying the food, the beverages, and the game. Even though none of the stars were playing for the Brooklyn Nets or for the Memphis Grizzlies, both teams really put up a competition. It was a good game. There was a lot of highlights, dunks, three-pointers, so it was interesting to watch. All right, so nonetheless,
yeah, that's IED production. Yeah, represent Doc G Sports Direct. Let them know. Right. 2, 3, drop it. Throwing the hammer like Thor, let a big kick the door. Rain fire from the floor, from heaven the pain for. Drop professor, beat tester. The pop curriculum, sit back, yo, son, let me lecture.
Let's keep going. I wanted to talk about Bam Adebayo. Okay, that's the first talk, right? So Bam Adebayo had played a fantastic game, dropping 83 points. But many people are, speculating, is this game any good? And they keep comparing it to Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. Obviously, Wilt Chamberlain dropped 100 points, but it was done in 1962 when it wasn't televised, and only the ones who were there, the spectators, are the ones who said that he scored 100 points. So there's no real way to document his actual scoring of the points, except those who were there. All right, now going back to 2006, we had Kobe Bryant, who did 81 points, and that was documented, and the world saw it, and it was recorded. So that's why people go back to Kobe Bryant, because that was the most points scored in a single game, and it was done in a manner in which he had to win the team. It wasn't as if they were blowing them out by 30 points, 20 points, and Kobe Bryant just kept milking it, playing in the game to the fourth quarter. In that case, that was Bam Adebayo, so he was the one that was there to the end of the game. The coach was leaving it in there. The other team was fouling him, and those who follow the NBA are like, listen, congratulations, Bam, because it takes a lot of skill to score those free throws, 43 to be exact, and make a good percentage of it. I think it was 80%. That's really good. All right, but the fact that the other team was contributing to help him to do it is the negative. And also the fact that the coach left him in the game, which we know when it's blowouts, you take out the star players to prevent them from getting hurt. And it seems more like he wanted to help him to get to 80 points. And I mean, no knock to Bam, that takes a lot of skill, but the people who were involved, the coaching staff from both teams should have made the call and said, listen, we don't want to embarrass the other team, because pretty much the Wizards got embarrassed, right? He basically outscored them, and it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look for them. But shout out to Bam Adebayo for doing his thing, and we know that it was hard, it was difficult to score those points, hitting those three-pointers, hitting the same amount of three-pointers as Kobe Bryant. Even though he is not a prolific scorer like Kobe Bryant, he scored just as much as him, more than him, in a game. So shout out to him. All right, next thing on the chopping block that I'm talking about is the Lakers. So the Lakers are making headline news because guess what? LeBron is taking a step back. What does this mean?
And was there a discussion between you and him in the 3 games he was out about the type of approach that could keep the train running the way it had been tonight?
Yeah, LeBron and I, we talk. We had a great conversation over the last couple of days. I think, again, he wants to do everything possible to help this team win, and he understands the importance of making sure Luka and AR can be at their best, and that's incredible of him. It speaks a lot to just how much he cares about this team and his teammates. And
he spoke with the coach, and the coach was saying, listen, let Luka and AR step forward. Let them run this team, and then you could be support. And LeBron is now being a contributor in that fact. And shout out to him, because that is the only way that it was going to work. And it took many years, the last 3 years, for him to realize that. I feel sorry for Russell Westbrook and for AD, which their team was solid then too. If only LeBron would have stepped back and really allow AD to do his thing. But also AD didn't have the tenacity like Luka. which Luka brings it in every night. He does an AR too. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about LeBron James taking a step back and letting Luka and AR take control of the team? Is this the way that LeBron's going to stay on the Lakers? We'll see. Maybe the fans will begin to like him more. All right. Next thing that we'll talk about is SGA coming back to the OKC. Yes, and he's dropping points, has the most consecutive 20-point score with 127, beating again Will Chamberlain's record. Will is coming up a lot now, people touching his records. But yeah, so beating Will Chamberlain in the records for the most consecutive 20 points. And this is great for the league because now we're seeing records broken by new stars, new all-stars, and to see that the league is changing in the positive direction. And now the next thing I have on the chopping block is the Knicks are winning great games against losing teams. All right, so I love my Knicks, but they got to keep playing. I know that Cat was out this game, but they did beat. Indiana, who is their Achilles heel, who knocked them out last year. But they gave them a hard time, even though two of their starters were not there, and that's not a good look. All right, so the Knicks got to pick it up. You know, the Knicks have to focus on getting this team dynamic good, even though Mitchell Robinson, he had tremendous 23 rebounds, 20 plus rebounds, and added some additional double-digit points. He had a double-double, and he did what he had to do when Cat not being there, right? He held the glass down, and Jalen Brunson wasn't scoring that much either, so possibly that could have been it. No Cat, and Brunson wasn't his offensive juggernaut self. He was a little quiet in the second half, only scoring about 8 to 10 points in total, and the Knicks still pulled it off, right? Toward the end, they made a little run. Ananobi some key free throws, allowing for them to get the win and edge over Indiana. They will be playing them next week. I'm looking to see it live, one of these games, and to provide some coverage as well. All right, so with that being said, I'd like to say one love to all my people out there. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing, and I will check you out soon. Much love and respect to all.
Yeah. That's IED Productions. Yeah. Representing Zendo, Doc G Sports Direct. Let them know.